Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Otlichno. I am still Noxter. We had a little bit of a setback.
Oh, right, I'm gonna die.
Yep, that's right. Everything gone. Everything. Well, to be fair, I say everything. Most of my gear. I had a little bit, some of my stuff in my ender chest, of course. Some of my greatest wealth is all these enchanted books here, and I've just been fishing some more. So, the annoying thing is, I just recently made a shovel and a silk touch pickaxe as well, fully enchanted, with mending, so that was kind of a pain. I have since made some fire resistance potions, and will now always take that into the nether with me. I wasn't even doing anything stupid. I was just out mining quartz and exploring the fortress. I was going to see if I could find like a good place to build maybe a blaze farm. Wanted to see if I could find one with 2 blaze spawners next to each other, which so far I've not. But yeah, as far as I can tell, I don't have any iron. All I had left was like 10 iron ore, and that was on me. Yeah. So there's that. So it kind of really sucked. Had my full diamond gear, about 26 diamonds worth of stuff, and most importantly all the mending books and stuff, and my shield and whatnot. But yeah, I've got up to 56 levels. I've been AFK fishing, except came on this morning and my fishing rod had broken. Don't know how, because like I can understand sometimes maybe if you're wearing full armor and have something else with mending on it, sometimes it might not get all the XP and it'll gradually wear down. But I'd have no idea how, except possibly when I checked this morning, I didn't have very long because I had to go to work, but I just quickly looked and it looked like by the time I'd seen it, I was like back here or maybe pushed to the side. So I don't know if somehow I got nudged or turned around. I can't think how that could have happened, but if I was like aiming at a wall and spamming the fishing rod on against the wall, I can see how that would break. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, so this is an exercise in how quickly we can recover. As a wise man said this morning to me, no wait, I said to someone else, sometimes you just got to pick up the pieces and move on. So I'm going to sort all this out and figure out the best strategy, because we can buy diamonds at spawn. We can sell quartz. So that's probably the best thing to do. Again, no iron, no diamonds to make a pickaxe even. I've got 7... Oh yeah, I lost a shulker box, which was very full of nether quartz, which I'd been mining, so that kind of sucks. But I need to get another one. And as well as the diamonds, getting the new equipment. So I could go mining for iron to get something. I'm considering, though, just getting a stone pickaxe and putting fortune on that just to mine some quartz to get started. So we'll see how I go. I was just out doing some wandering, and this is not the Drakkenberg. This is kind of the 3rd mountain in the chain. So you got the Drakkenberg on the end, then there's this one here after a bit of a gap, and then there's kind of a little mini veil gap between that one and then this one. And this is where Brick Method has been setting up shop. Looks like he doesn't really have much here yet, but I thought I'd just drop by and maybe leave him a little gift, just to say hi. Because he's kind of like, as far as I know, my nearest neighbour, so it's kind of pretty cool to actually have a neighbour. So, let's see. Oh yes, I found this skull. There was a little desert temple thing which had some stuff in it. So I'll leave him this diamond. And maybe some apples, that's pretty cool. Diamond horse armor. What else have I got on me that's of value? Yeah, that's really about it. Yeah. Alright, and I'll just leave a sign. This feels really stupid. But, heck. And, oh, crumbs, I just broke the anvil. Well, that stinks. I'm going to need to get some more iron. I was going to make myself a bow, because I thought that would be good to defend myself with, and making bows is easy. Guess I ain't now. Perfect amount. With the stack that I already had, I've just got just barely enough to make a stack of blocks. Whew. Oh yes, that noise. I should discuss that before people go, what the heck's that noise? Yes, I rigged up the creeper farm. It now pumps stuff up here. Every time gunpowder goes through the system, it makes a dinging noise. Lagging. So yeah, got quite a bit now. Yeah, and everything else goes in here for some reason. I don't know why, but I get skeletons spawning there occasionally. They shouldn't be able to do that, but they do. Alright, I'm going to take an arrow with me. And I'm going to take some bows. Where are bows kept? This one here, right? No, that's fishing rods. Or maybe I should take them too, because I'll need a new fishing rod. I've got to take a bunch of bows to anvil together, because my anvil broke. And yeah, I'll take the rest of the stuff. Maybe I'll take some stuff so I can make a pickaxe when I get there. Anyway, I'll take a bunch of stuff over to spawn, buy some diamonds, and then make some things. Alrighty. So, we're going to need those, and that should be all the stuff I want to enchant in there. Is there a public anvil here anywhere? Because that would be nice. There isn't one over by the enchanting thing. I've never actually done any enchanting, and I don't really have any need to, because I can get all the books on demand. And it's generally cheaper to apply them too. Let's see. I don't see there ought to be one somewhere. Anyway, I need to get the diamonds. And then I'm going to remake my boots, which I made last episode. And also a new Fortune 3 pickaxe of diamond. And it's lots of lag at the moment, don't know why. It's not my internet, is it? Oh, that's being fine at the moment. Hello? Yay, there we... No. One that still has diamonds in it, please. Thank goodness. For a minute there, I thought that was going to be sold out. Alright. What's this? They're doing... I don't know if it's got... Oh, okay. That's where I go to get slime. Glowstone or quartz blocks. That's pretty good. I might have to come back there at some point, because I do require slime. Alright. Let's see. We want... What did I say I wanted? First up, some boots for a bit of protection, and a pickaxe for mining quartz better. And I will use the proceeds of that to get more things. Is there not an anvil around here? Because that would be good, because I got a lot of levels, and I'll get a lot more levels out of mining if I can first use up the ones I've got. I found an anvil! So I managed to die again, thanks to a stupid flipping ghast, but I was able to recover my stuff. Not the levels, unfortunately, though, so I'm back to level 1. But I still need lots more quartz anyway, so here goes. So I have just got back from mining a heck of a lot of quartz and selling it for money. Well, by just got back, I mean it was like 4 days ago or something, and I haven't been able to record again since then. Yeah, so I got a lot of diamonds. I'm not entirely sure when I was chucking all the stacks of blocks. I think I might have miscounted somewhere, and I possibly overpaid by an extra stack, but I thought better to err on the side of putting too much quartz in, because, you know, it's donations that are going towards the Nether Hub than it is to accidentally steal 8 diamonds. So yeah. Right, and I was coming over here to do something with all those diamonds. And, oh, yes, I was just going to mention that, yeah, I'm pretty much back to fully equipped. I've got a sword now instead of the axe that I had. Well, this shovel doesn't have mending on it, and it's only efficiency 4, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm in pretty good shape now. I was going to say, I was just noticing here that Star was selling wither skulls, and they're still here in the chest. If lag is being weird at the moment. So they're still there in the chest when it opens. But he's taken down the signs with the prices. I'm hoping they're still for sale, because I think I'm going to buy them. They were 20 diamonds each, so I'm going to assume that they still are, if the lag will let me. No, seriously, it's been terrible at the moment. The other thing I've been working towards, just kind of... Oh, there we go. What? Nope. Okay, I'm going to buy these. I should get an advancement thing for you for that, I believe. Okay. if someone can, if he comes and complains about why is people buying them when the signs are gone, then I'll keep them on me. I won't use them just yet, just in case that is a problem. Right, I can close now. All right, I was going to say, I was on the subject of advancements. Just kind of as I go, I've been working on this balanced diet one, which means you have to eat everything that's edible. Problem is, it's been really weird. Like, I made a list of all the things from the wiki that it says that are on that list, and according to my count, there should be 5 left that I haven't eaten. That I think, oh yeah, there all that stuff happens. There should be 5 left that I haven't gotten, but this still tells me there's 7 left. So unless there's 2 that I missed, it's yeah, that I thought I'd eaten that I hadn't, is the only thing I can figure out. And I've trying to been going through double checking everything to try and get that, but it's really a pain. So from what I think I should have left is chorus fruit, which is going to be hard because that involves the end. Maybe I'll have to see if Star's got some because he's been there. Cookies I should be able to get in a minute. Mushroom stew, an enchanted golden apple, that's hard, and a poisonous potato. So just kind of working towards that kind of casual light, mostly for the fun. And you do get like 100 experience points from it, which isn't actually very much in the scheme of things. It's about worth about 20 zombies or something like that. All right. Whew. But yeah, so I bought all that stuff. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to buy is some slime. So over here at this place, what is it? 1 slime for a glowstone or a quartz block. So if I do this, I should be able to get a stack of slime, and that will be good for me. I've also got some glowstone. Maybe I'll see if I need more, but more slime is always good. Alright, I think what I'm going to do now, I've just been, a lot of the time between now and last time I was on, I've kind of been working on an interesting concept for a new XP farm, which I may implement if I can get it working somewhat effectively. I might not. Might decide not to. But I think I was also just revisiting my idea for my spawn residence, and I need to figure out a place to build it. And I should tell you guys about what that is. So I was just thinking, back in the days of Cosmos Season 2, when that had just started, everyone was around building houses, and they're kind of fairly standard, ordinary, housey sort of houses, and I was just like, let's be a little bit different. And I built a tree house, and it was a cool little tree house up in a big tree, and it was really awesome. So I really like the idea of just doing something that's a little bit odd, a little bit unusual, a little bit different. And so I thought, for on here, I wanted to build something just makes you go, what kind of thing? You know, that effect. Like, a good example would be, say if this was a desert type, or something desert-like, maybe a mesa or something, I'd build like an igloo. You know, the exact opposite of kind of what fits. So I was trying to think up all crazy ideas. I mean, not necessarily a house type or anything, or could I build like, I know, a fish bowl and even that, or is there something weird like a snail shell? Someone's actually built an igloo, but again, this isn't a desert. Or I thought, you know, the opposite is obviously a snowy area. What's a desert style house? But that's, you know, a little bit boring. It's still a house. So I was thinking of lots of ideas, and what I've said on isn't quite the opposite. It was based on the idea of, forget the temperature, I think of it as mountains, because there's mountains here. There is also water, so it is something water related. But I'm trying to put it kind of in a more elevated position, not by the water, to make it very obvious that it's very out of place. I hope that either doesn't give too much away or gives too much away, or whatever it is, I hope. But I need to find a good spot to put it, so I'm really not sure. Like, up here might be nice. I don't want it really to be up where all the snow is, because I don't really want it to get snowed on. Up here is kind of nice because it's kind of raised, but it's also right next to the main path and the town hall. So I'm not quite sure. I'll have a look around and maybe gather up some resources and stuff. It was steak and beef. I could have sworn I'd eaten both of those things, but somehow, apparently I hadn't. But now I have. Well, that's solved that problem, and now I've also eaten the cookie as well. So that leaves... I don't really need to mark this off anymore because I fixed the problem. Mushroom stew, which I have ingredients for, an enchanted golden apple, and chorus fruit. Is that it? Oh, and a poisonous potato. Did I mention that? Yes. Okay, so those things. Cool. Q. downsides to recording episodes over several days is that you kind of lose track of what things you've actually said and what things you've only thought about saying, so it can get a bit awkward. That and the fact that... What was I going to say? Well, forgetting about saying... Oh, come on, there were two things I was just going to say. I had a brain fart moment. Forget it. Oh, that's right, you lose track of how long the episode is going for. So it's like, have I kind of got enough clips in there to put in for a whole episode, or is it, should I cut it here? I don't know, but I am going to continue on anyway, just because I can. If it does get too long, I'll just put a split in the middle and record the clip that says end of the episode later. And then I don't know. That's the cool thing about editing, is you don't have to record things in chronological order, which is also fun, because you can record the bits that are on your head, that you're thinking about, and you want to do, and then record the bits where you introduce the other stuff later. It's kind of nice. Anyway, so I decided on a location. It's over this side of town, up on this little bit of a hill, and I've trimmed back. I've done a bit of terra sculpting to make this kind of more carved out, a bit of a bite. It was kind of more steeper, so it's a little bit more of a ledge. But it's like kind of, the sea's all the way down there. You don't really think of this as a seaside place. It's a place that overlooks the sea, which is good, and it faces towards town, which is good, but it's not really sea-ish in itself, which is why this is perfect. And you see there's a lot of yellow here, and you might be getting some ideas. You might have seen the thumbnail, because I might have finished this. Anyway, a lot of shulker boxes. I've got 3 out, and in here I've got 5 more, and they're also yellow. The bed is yellow. So I am going to tab over to my second account where I built the prototype of this thing, and I'm going to figure out how to build it and where to build it, and I'm going to build it. So where's my yellow concrete? So as I mentioned, the reason these need to be shulker boxes is because there's going to be slime moving next to them. That's an important factor. So the colour kind of blends in pretty well with the concrete. I haven't actually retextured the shulker boxes, or the concrete, but the concrete's kind of a smooth enough colour and I don't really feel I have to. The concrete powder I probably will eventually. But yeah, it's kind of blends in well enough for my purposes. And in all fairness, they kind of almost look like metal panels, which is kind of good, because I do want this to kind of look a bit like metal panels. Stupid creeper! This is my carefully landscaped hillside.
The town Otlichno born lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed up to the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. As we live a life of ease, every one of us is all we need. Sky of blue, sea of green, in the N.N.S, margarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine.
Here we are back at spawn, and it is finished. And you can probably see from the progress around that it's actually been quite a long time since those last clips were actually recorded. But yeah, that's the way things work at the moment. So let's go have a look and see what it is that I've done. Well, you just saw what it is that I've... There are a lot more trees here than there were last time I was here. Yes, we have built a yellow submarine. And the name of the ship vessel is the N.N.S. Margarine, N.N.S. being Noxtarian naval ship, same as the N.N.S. battalion was. And the margarine comes from the fact that it rhymes with submarine, and margarine is kind of that bright, putrid, plastic yellow colour that this kind of is, and makes me think of, well, I say it, that's the colour they put in it to make it look edible. Funny fact though, because I used the shulker boxes there to fill up the gaps, but when you go too far away they don't render in anyway, so it's kind of hilarious. But yes, so as you've seen, this thing is beautiful. I really love the design, it just fits so nicely together. One of the first things in the design was to make the working torpedo launchers, which was quite tricky, and that's what the slime blocks are for. And yeah, that was a real pain, because the way it works, I should explain if I can get out of the hatch. Yes, fireworks get launched by slime blocks, and because fireworks have this lovely habit of accelerating exponentially sideways, the slime blocks give them a heck of a boost, and they just go for miles and miles. Even just flight duration 1, you saw they were like exploding all the way over near Thor's base and stuff. And conveniently, this is pointed kind of directly at his airship. What is that one? The Alexander Fjellvang, something like that. I don't remember. It's kind of hilarious. And they burst kind of around that general vicinity, which is actually quite funnily enough. Though it's so far away that you don't actually see or hear the explosions when you actually launch them from the cockpit. So I actually had to be in that spectator mode to actually see them. See? That's hilarious. But the cool thing is, like, it was first really annoying because I wanted to have both torpedo tubes able to fire independently, so I'd have a left button and a right button. But because they're right at the bottom of the vessel, like, if I could put the dispenser above the slime block, pointing down, that would work. But where the dispensers actually dispense the firework is it's like slightly in the top, so it's actually inside the dispenser, and they just go up and they don't get hit by the slime at all, which is really annoying. But in the end, I discovered that if I put the dispensers one in front of the other, see, this dispenser is pointing at this slime block, and the one on the other side is pointing at the slime block, or it's dispensing in front of the slime block, and I can reach them both through here to refill them, and I've used quite a lot of these things, because this thing is just glorious. And yeah, I was able to fit that in. And it's only just one button, and that just basically powers them. It also cleverly powers the torches so that these trapdoors get opened as they push forward and then come back. And yeah. This is the only shulker box that I can actually reach from in here. The rest, well, I can reach them from out the front, I guess. Yeah, there's just storage in here. Back, this is quite cute. You've got a little berth with a bed. It's a bit annoying to get in here between the trapdoor and the ladder. So what I did do is have trapdoors here as well, so you can just smash yourself up against and line them in. That works quite nicely, but then the bed doesn't count as a valid spawn point. And you wake up inside the bed and we're not able to get out. And in here, there's just furnaces, brewing stand, which I've not actually used. And the plan was to put an anvil there, but I've not, because I haven't bothered yet. First, didn't have enough iron. Little doors, more chests, ender chest. There's a jukebox in here, so let's put on some tunes. And this is the other cool thing. So up inside the sail, is what it's called, I managed to fit the clock for the working sonar. This thing is beautiful that I managed to fit in there and then squeeze these observers around the side to power it. Let's just turn that off for a minute, it's distracting me. So, and that's this lever here, which is slightly inappropriately placed, but let's ignore that. You just flip it up and you can access it from the cockpit, and it just goes ding repeatedly. And then this is like the sonar screen, whatever, so that shows you what the sonar detects. And you've got a little steering wheel and a compass, and you just sit inside this little bubble. It's adorable. It's amazing. And you can, you know, actually access the torpedoes and the sonar from in here, on and off. It's really, really great. It's only a little bit sad that you can't actually see the explosions. Yeah, not much you can do about that, other than build a big target for them to run into, so you can actually see them. It's fun. So I think, wow, I've basically shown off all the design. Yeah. Doors here that mostly just leave open because they just get annoying and in the way. This is the N.N.S. Margarine. This is glorious. And I think I should call that the end of this episode, because I've actually done a bunch of stuff over on my shop, and I want to do some stuff on the Drakkenberg, but I really need to end this episode because it's been ages in recording, and also it's been a while since the last one, and it's about time it ended up. It's gone for long enough. So with that, I bid you adieu, and I hope to see you next time, because the stuff I'm going to do next time is pretty awesome. So catch you later. Ciao.